Hello tubes. This is a first look at this lawnboy I got for free today. Just looking around it, it seems to have compression. The brake cable is not seized up. The guy had said he hadn't used it in a couple years. This may have been a rear-wheel drive model, and it looks like the rear-wheel drive has been removed, so it's just a push mower now. No bag. And let me see here. There is oil in it. He said he drained the gas out, and whiff test doesn't smell bad, and there must be no gas in there. And well, I'll cut in on my next take when I start working on the tubes. This is the second step I do. I went ahead and power washed it. After that, I was able to determine this is a 20-inch deck. It says right here, sort of the stickers coming off. So gonna jump into the carburetor now, see how that goes. Hello tubes. I forgot to mention, this is a Kohler 6.5 foot-pounds gross torque, 149 cc's with smart choke, which means it's auto choke. And I'm just gonna go in the carburetor now. Carburetor is gonna be behind here. This is your air filter, and let's go see what this looks like together. Yeah, this, you know, it must have left this outside. Hopefully there's no black widows. Ew. Well, I'm gonna need to get a new air filter. Let me clean that out later. And open up one of these. It's gonna be a 10 millimeter bolts for all these. There should be either 2 or 3 of them, depending on. It's going to be these 2 here, another one here. Well, hang on, it's hard to do this with one hand. You're going to need 10 millimeter here, here, and here, and there might be one up there. Some of them have them, some of them don't. And fuel line. Yeah, this fuel line's going to have to be replaced. It's cracked, or it feels really brittle. So I have some for that. Well, when I get to the carburetor, I'll cut back in. Little tubes. To get this carburetor out, the way I do it is, you see this right here. This is your sensor for the muffler. What it does is, when it's hot, or excuse me, when it's cold, it closes the choke here. When it's hot, it senses it here and pulls it open to turn the choke off. In order to get the beauty cover off, basically it's like a Honda. There's these 3 bolts round. They're 10 millimeter each. This one, every Kohler I've worked on of recent, doesn't want to come out. And you have to take the gas cap off to get it out as well. There's a carburetor. It looks pretty dirty. I'll get into it in a minute. Okay, with the heat sensor taken off, it's 2 10 mil bolts. Top one you can use a socket on. The bottom one you got to use a wrench on. So you can get in there, and it comes loose. Remember to put this the same way with this wire, the ignition coil, where this wire is oriented. Because if you do it the other way, it can interfere with the choke. Now, to take carburetor off, you gotta rotate the choke, and these linkages will just pop straight up. Now, tubes. To take the bowl out, you take this nut off, which that's right here. Let me see, right there, it's 10 mil. However, there is a gasket that usually sticks here on the bowl, or sticks on the wall here. In this case, mine tore, so I'm gonna have to get another one. I think I have a few of those. So, see ya. I'll cut back in later. Tubes, or float bowl comes off. You tap the side. Usually I use a screwdriver here. You just tap it, and this is what the inside looks like. This is your basic float bowl style carburetor. This is your float as it fills up. Imagine it's on like this. This is upside down. It's on here like this. It goes up and goes down. When it's down, it lets gas in. When it's up, it closes. It's the valve, so it won't let any more gas in. And actually, it's actually pretty clean. You know, inside the bowl here, it's probably the cleanest Kohler carb I've ever opened up. It was kind of surprising based on how the outside of the mower looked. And to get this float off, you just take this pin out, and then right there you see the silver right there in the center. That's your needle. Be careful, don't lose that. That is spring loaded. At least most Kohlers, it's spring loaded with a little rubber tip. Okay, I've taken the spring out, taken the pin out, and you just pull it up, and there's your needle and rubber right there, rubber seat. It might be still, this might be still okay. Here's the inside of your carb. Okay, what you see down there, right in the center there, that's your main jet. What you do to get that out is you use a flat head screwdriver, and you got to be really careful. It's brass, so you use steel against brass. You can strip it, and then you get to buy a new carburetor, or try to clean it out the other way, because you got to get that out to get into the main jet, clean it out, and then there's the emulsion tube is up above it. It's all one piece. Another thing on this carburetor, on one side, I don't know if you can see it there. See those? There's a couple holes right there. You need to run a wire through those and hit it with carburetor cleaner as well. You see that plastic screw there? Okay, that's going to be your idle adjustment. Okay, and below that, you see that little plastic piece right below it. It's like it inserts in like a little plug. Okay, you need to take that out, the plastic bolt there for the idle adjustment, and then you pop that out, the little plastic plug, and that's going to be your idle circuit for the that little plastic plug. You take a flathead screwdriver and then kind of pry it up on the sides. That's how you get it out. This is what that little plastic screw. There is a small brass jet there, and there is, you know, that there, and you just need to clean it out and then stick a small wire through that plastic jet, and then also stick some carburetor cleaner, spray it down in that hole where it came from. Try not to get any dirt that's around it on the outside into that hole. And okay, now I'm going to reassemble it. Okay, clean out the bowl here. Just use some carburetor cleaner, and I like to use a wire brush like this. You can get these like at the dollar store or at Walmart. And I also like to use some steel wool, but if you use steel wool, you got to make sure that after you use the steel wool, you use carburetor cleaner to wash out all the wool that might be hanging around afterwards. Now to reassemble it, you insert this tube first in this direction, like that, like this, and then you put the main jet in afterwards and you screw it in. Do not over tighten it because it is brass. Okay. I think I got another washer for this. This is actually for Briggs, but hopefully that'll work. We'll find out. Put the float bowl in, and you put it down like that, and then you stick the pin through it. Okay, I've got it in there now. The angle of which the float is should be almost horizontal. On Tecumseh's, they're a little bit down, and they have an actual measurement for that. I think it's 11/32, but on Kohler and Briggs, it's fixed. You don't have it's supposed to be straight. And if you do need to adjust it somehow, it involves some bending of the plastic right there. So don't recommend that, but that's how you, on the Tecumseh's, they got a metal piece you can move around. The Briggs and Kohler, it's plastic, so it's not really adjustable. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. I already got the linkage in, but what you do is carburetor can't be in place all the way, so you have to, well, it's out here. Lastly, we reattach the fuel line, and then for this one we have a screw clamp. Most of the ones out there are going to be like a spring clamp. Back here, got it back together. I'm not going to be able to use that air filter. I have this one that's used. I pulled it out of some other mower. It was a Honda, I believe. It's not great, but it's better than that one. I'll just order any one of these. Anything else? Tubes. I got it back together. I took this gas cap, and well, I'm not sure. I might have to get a new gas cap because this part actually comes out. At least it did. I mean, maybe it'd be okay. I don't know. But my local mower shop sells used caps. I could probably take this down and get a equivalent. We'll see how this goes. I'm gonna fill up with gas and see how it goes. Tube, here it is, running. Now, smoking a little bit, but and that gasket that's at the bottom of the full is leaking gas, so I'm gonna have to get the correct gasket for it, the washer. But it's running now. Then it hasn't been running in 2 years according to Arizona. So next time, dude, see you later. Hello, this will be the final look at this Kohler. Lawnboy with a Kohler engine. This 20-inch lawnboy. I just fixed it. Left this last time where it was leaking gas out of the bowl. Well, I adjusted the float level, and I got a different bottom bolt. I took one out of an old Honda carburetor I had that was broken, and put it in it. And this has a old Honda air filter in it. I'm gonna have to change, and I guess I gotta change the oil on this and sharpen the blade. But this runs now and does not leak gas anymore. Also, I fixed the auto choke. It wasn't really, linkages weren't really right. I just noticed I fixed it. So I'll give you a start here. I'm pretty confident in what I did to stop the gas leak worked, because it's been sitting and running for like 20-30 minutes and hasn't leaked a bit. So this is I just got to order a couple parts, air filter, change oil, sharpen blade, stuff you can get pretty easily. I was thinking I was going to have to get a new carburetor on this, but I was able to fix it. This is the final look. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.